In my last video, no meds and holding, I'd completely gone off meds and the static stayed the same. I waited 2 weeks and then I went back on Lamictal and Verapamil at 400 milligrams Lamictal and 260 milligrams Verapamil. You have to work your way back up, but you don't have to take weeks to do it. And things changed. When I started out long, before my first video, Snowblind with the Side of Lightning, the static was dark blue and light blue, and you could see kind of specks of black in the background. So if you look at a 4K monitor and you put on static, it would really be close. If you put it like 5-6 inches in front of you, it would be really close to what you would see when I was trying to get to sleep. Now, it's not as bright as daylight, but it was that bad. Now my background is primarily black. It's at least 70 or 75% black. The red shower static's still there. It's a little bit dimmer, but it's going just as fast. And the overall white static on top has slowed down a considerable amount. And it's, when you're going to sleep, you see undulations in your vision of whiteness. It's like that, but it's much, much dimmer and moving much, much, much slower. And the static will either be out of focus like that, and you can see that they're individual dots, or it'll be completely smoothed out, but undulating. The background being pitch black with the red shower static still being there. So how has it improved? Well, I can see the red shower static as white static. Instead of being white pixels dancing around, it's a shower of static. If I look at a dark beige wall or light beige wall in a dark room, or on a door in a dark room, a wood door. So it's replaced just a bombardment of static, and it's now I can see the shower static. You got to still focus on it. So we have improvement there. With my eyes open, I can start seeing the blue field effect when looking at a computer screen on a white background. So before it was just static. Now I can see the blue field effect going on the white background. Again, you have to try to focus on it. If I look at a blue background on my computer screen, I can see the blue field effect. And instead of going like 10, 15 millimeters, it's going 6 inches in some places. The average has gone up about to about 2 inches from about 15 millimeters. And some of them are going 4 inches long and some of them are going 6 inches long. Now that's with me sitting at a monitor that's 30 inches away and with the right color, blue. And that's if I tape the ruler directly to the monitor. So that's improvement again there. So I worked my way back up to 400 milligrams Lamictal and 260 milligrams Verapamil. And I saw, as soon as I got back up on the Lamictal, it made a change, and I saw the blue field effect change. I was going to originally stay off Lasix completely, but I've had 5 days ago, I took a dose, and I took a dose today. I'm going to take a dose 3 out of the next 5 days, and then I'm going to cycle off everything. And you have to go down on Lamictal, just don't cut it off. But the other ones, they're in your system for as long as they're in your system, which is 4 to 8 hours, and then they're out of your system. So they're only in your system part of the day. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait 2 weeks, and then I'm going to cycle back on, and hopefully we see more improvement. Retinal phenome or phenomes, I'm not sure which. They happen when you rub your eyes and you see the white lights. And it went away for me after I got up to medication on Verapamil and Lamictal. So I used to have the stars when I rub my eyes, and now I don't. And a week or so ago, after being up on meds again for 2-3 weeks, it changed in the fact that I still rub my eyes and nothing, I don't see it. But if I'm in a dark, enclosed room and I turn off the lights, I get a flash of white and it fades over about a second to a second and a half. So that has changed, and that is more encouraging news. I don't know why it did that. My neurooptometrist said, and it can be related to either physical or chemical changes in the eye due to medication. Well, I know the blue field effect is directly related to my visual snow and the wideness of my veins. Blue field effect happens to other people who don't have visual snow. And if they have ocular problems, there may be a relationship, between the blue field effect and what other ocular problems they're having. And by opening up the veins of the eyeball may not be the cause of their problems, probably isn't, but it may make an effect on the cause of the problem and make their lives better. Zappe, zappe!
This has been a Poofy Hair production.